Welcome back. Thanks again for joining us. As always, it is the SC2L brought to you by D-Link. Check them out at sc2l.gg. Click on that link. Get yourself a gaming router if that is something that interests you. It's fast, it's fantastic, and it helps the prize pool for the SC2L. But into this match, we're all tied up. Root and Na'Vi putting on a show. We got Puck, we got Baby Knight, and Day 9 is excited about this match. Sean, walk me through the process of why.
Well, PvP, once upon a time, revolved around a unit known as the Colossus.
Yeah. Well, that was only if the 4-gate didn't stop us from getting there.
I'm laughing because it's actually all the matchup was.
Yeah.
If at first you don't win with 4-gate, start building Colossus. So let's actually pretend we live in a weird world where no one's 4-gated in Wings of Liberty. Pretend that we're in that psychotic spot. Well, whoever started building Colossus first would inevitably get to the situation where they would be at a maxed or close to maxed army and have a 2 to 3 Colossus lead and would win that fight outright. So it was kind of dumb. It was just
dumb.
Straight up stupid. So it was almost a waiting game.
Yep, and then Rain came in and discovered and had this big breakthrough at the end of Wings of Liberty that you should also add Immortals to your Colossus army. And then that was all the innovation in the matchup. Like, that was it. It was like, we all make Colossus, and then Rain's like, wait, I'm super smart. Make Immortals too. And they're like, whoa. And that was it. That was the end of innovation in PvP. So it was in much need of some touching up. And I'll tell you what, Blizzard gets a lot of criticism, but in the PvP matchup, they hit a masterstroke. The Mothership Core is beautiful in early, mid, and late game. 4-gate does not stagnate the development of the game. It's not just pure Colossus. We're seeing the involvement of Stargate units. Sean, it's a wonderful matchup these days.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. And the Tempest, can't emphasize that enough.
Yeah.
In mid compositions, Immortal Archon will always beat Colossus in a pound-for-pound fight. Once you get to the huge numbers, what do? You just need a few Tempests, 2 or 3. Excuse me, 2 or 3. Yep. So suddenly it means you can be behind in the Colossus count and then catch back in with Tempests. Or, in fact, we're actually not even seeing that many Colossus in the matchup on the Korean Pros anymore.
Certainly not as many. Yeah.
It's essentially an Immortal Archon composition. Very excited to see what's going to happen. In the top left-hand corner, going single gas rather than double gas, it is ROOTGaming's Puck. And in the bottom right-hand corner, from Team Na'Vi, it is Baby Knight. Neither player going for the double gas before Cybernetics Core, which completely shocks and appalls me.
You know, this is interesting, Sean. This is something I've been noticing a lot lately. And so what happens is they build the standard, like 14 or even sometimes 13 gas. They instantly put 3 probes on it. They built their Cybernetics Core, then they drop the second gas. And Puck's actually even a little bit more lax on that than Baby Knight was. Baby Knight went from Cybernetics Core to second gas. Then they usually insta-saturate it with 3 probes on that gas. I actually don't know where this came from, Sean. It used to be at 15 supply, you took both your gases, and I thought it was hip and cool, and sitting at the cool kids table doing everything that they did. But then all of a sudden, everyone changed, and I don't know why. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people like to say that it's because you can get that Cybernetics Core with 18 probes. You don't have to wait a little bit after your gateway's done. I'm still not quite sure myself.
We'll have to look into it.
It seems like a preferential thing.
I think it definitely gives you access to more minerals because you have more probes on minerals earlier on. It just takes, you have less gas, which does slow down things like, say, your mothership timing, or if not your mothership timing, then certainly the amount of stalkers you can churn off those gateways, and maybe even early tech timings, like your Twilight Council into DT or Blink or Stargate. But that being said, I guess people with how much 1-gate expanding they're doing, that might be what they're kind of leveraging. Of course, as I say that, you'll notice both players are not 1-gate expanding, so that could very well be completely untrue. But we'll have to experiment with it. It is going to be Twilight Council versus Stargate. Where do you land on this?
Wow, so Stargate's coming out for Baby Knight. The big danger of going for Stargate is that you do not have a robotics facility, which essentially means that transitioning is a little bit more difficult. So you have to invest a lot of gas into Stalkers. But from Puck, we see a very fast Twilight Council. So Puck looks like he's going to be going for some sort of fast... This could be fast Blink, could be fast DT. Both of them are fine. How many Stalkers does Puck have out? 3 right now, so it's probably going to be Blink.
Yeah, I have to imagine that is the case. The Twilight Council is going to finish right now, so we will have that answer. There is that Blink. No Robo yet from Puck. Of course, that's not too uncommon. If Puck skips the Robo altogether, this Blink opening is potentially very powerful. The thing I like about the Stargate tech... Whoop, we got a little bit of an altercation over here, but it seems like they're going to simmer on down. Although Baby Knight's Mothership Core is awkwardly stuck out here. In fact, that might just die.
This is a terrible situation right now for Baby Knight to have to try to... Well, first of all, just throwing down the Time Warp right now means absolutely no Photon Overcharge, which means that Baby Knight guaranteed is going to have to build 2-3 more rounds of Stalkers just to be able to hopefully get up an expansion. But Oracle is now moving out. Second Oracle is being constructed. That Oracle has to be constructed because Puck has completely locked out Baby Knight. Baby Knight has no information. Baby Knight can't know if there's going to be DTs or not.
You know what? With that Robo going down in the Warpins mid-map, there's actually nothing inside the main for Puck. Puck is chrono boosting, but even at this rate, Puck could only make one Stalker. A Stalker does die to an Oracle, but even more important than that, the recall does come back. Beautifully timed there. So just a couple SCVs, or LOL, SCVs. A couple of probes will die, and with it, the Oracle does scout out everything. Baby Knight, with the beautiful move. I mean, I was actually going to talk about this before that engagement happened, but the power of the Oracle is that it could just end a game. And in fact, it's going to... it does die here. So a nice little pick off by Puck. Stalker's moving out. Looks like Baby Knight wants to be aggressive with this. I don't know that the Oracle did enough damage to justify this because Blink's about to complete for Puck.
I mean, Baby Knight was forced to build this many Stalkers the instant that Mothership Core got caught out, has absolutely no Photon Overcharge, had to apply pressure. Nice that the Oracle was able to sort of join into the fight of things and, do a little damage of his or her own. I don't know what to call the Oracle.
Okay, so this Oracle's swinging around back here too. It's going to be kind of a distraction attack.
Oh no.
Puck is in a position to take a lot of damage here. The Oracle does swing in there, does activate. Meanwhile, there's a Stalker battle. I don't even know that Puck recognizes what's happening right now.
It's not paying attention at all. Baby Knight's just trying to step forward, pick off as many Stalkers as he can. We're down to 18 probes. Oh my gosh. A devastating blow to Puck's economy. And now Baby Knight can just pull back and chill. Can actually get up and expand because we see that robotics facility is almost finished.
Well, I agree with you. That was a lot of economic damage, but these Stalkers are going to die. You cannot run away from Blink. There's another warp in from Baby Knight. Actually, that's bold. I just got to say it. Like, he does end up pushing back the Stalkers of Puck. Puck does back away, perhaps out of fear that Oracle just simply returns. And you're right. So now with the Stalkers now safely getting home in this natural expansion going down for Baby Knight, Baby Knight's in a commanding position.
And Baby Knight is looking damn good. I mean, like you say, Baby Knight did a super bold play, getting that Stalker warp in versus Blink Stalkers. I mean, if Baby Knight misjudged and had 5 regular Stalkers versus 6 Blink Stalkers, well, then it's over. But of course, Baby Knight recognizes the fact that Puck has moved out, so Puck has extraordinarily good map awareness, being able to pull that back in a one swift Mothership Core boost. But Baby Knight getting 4 gates, getting an Observer out.
Yeah, and also Immortals, too. I mean, Baby Knight not only has map vision and kind of like a pin Puck, this Oracle being alive basically means this Mothership Core at least can't live. But even then, you can see the Mothership Core is just at 50 energy with this Photon Overcharge about to cool off. So that means Puck's all in right now, and Puck knows that. He's attacking with 1 Stalker left behind. That Stalker is actually not enough, really, even to take on the Oracle or at least slow it down. I mean, Puck has to do game-ending damage right here, otherwise he's dead.
Yeah, so Puck's going to move to the front, will bait a Photon Overcharge almost immediately. It's just going to blink out of the way. Cannot face a Nexus until really you have 10-plus Stalkers and there's absolutely no other defense. So, woo, a nice little blink there to try to dodge out of the way of that revelation, but things do get revealed.
Yeah, they do. But with that, the energy of the Oracle does kind of go away, so the Oracle will be rendered fairly useless for a little while. I mean, actually, as I say that, it's already hit up activation energy and it only needs a little bit more. So the Oracle's reign of terror continues. Meanwhile, second Immortal does come out, which means that Baby Knight's anchored safely. I mean, that Mothership Core is actually approaching... Well, it has enough for another Photon Overcharge, and by the time it's even off that second Overcharge, it'll be close to a third. So I feel like Puck not being able to blink into the main has no options here, and is now expanding behind that for his attempt to try to get back into the game economically.
Yeah, this is just a gross spot to be in for Puck. I mean, Puck's trying to poke at the front. I have a lot of respect for the fact that Puck is not actually going all in, but is saying, I really had a window where I had to do damage and I didn't nail it.
Yeah.
Well, let's just keep trying. Let's just try to push this game out a little bit more. I mean, Baby Knight is doing all the standard moves, getting in the +1 attack, getting the Twilight Council. Twilight Council is going to go straight into that Archon production. Generally, getting Zealot with leg speed is not as important in this phase because, well, you don't really need speed. I mean, what really can you do? No! Blink from Baby Knight. Wow, he's looking to end the game right away.
Yeah, and this is actually a move that I've seen a lot of players do. Basically, they're going to sneak in a greater number of Stalkers, and with this late blink, they're hoping to basically return the favor. Anchored by 3, 4, maybe even 5 Immortals, they're going to have that anti-armor DPS, and with the blink Stalkers, they're going to have just the equal and then the greater amount of the same kind of units. So there's not going to be that mobility advantage for Puck anymore. This Oracle, again, continues to run in, get a couple of kills, buzz out. And those couple of kills are just needles in the side of Puck.
Robotics, Puck is going to be in a world of trouble. Look at this Baby Knight adding in an extra gateway, adding in another extra gateway, 3 extra gateways. I mean, Baby Knight's just going to end this game with 7 gates of oppression, almost to that money, 16 probes at each base.
Yeah, Baby Knight's going to hit that kind of optimal saturation each base and just pour on the remaining units into those gateways. The Robotics Bay does symbolize a very powerful tool in the Colossus, but it's the question of can you get there and then the money spent on said Colossus by going for that tech. And then even so, one Colossus not really that scary. It takes several of them kind of stacked on top of each other to be a scary amount. So I don't know that Puck has the time to get there.
Baby Knight jamming his way forward. Just looking fantastically. I mean, a lot of times you look at this play that you'd see at a Baby Knight, and you might go, is he going all in right now? Yeah. I mean, this play doesn't have a lot of a follow-through, but this is a kill sequence. This is a, yep, you are behind, and this is the 100% move to kill you off. Always a little room for error because, you know, control can be part of anything.
Yeah. You know, that Oracle did actually die here, which is nice, but almost as like its final insult, it sprayed that fairy dust just before it died, so everything's actually being revealed. Baby Knight can see these Stalkers moving forward. There's that Blink tactic, but now Blink for Baby Knight has been revealed. Photon Overcharge immediately goes down for Puck. Puck only down about 13 supply, actually even getting that gap closed down to 7 here. And Puck's starting to rally a defense. The Immortal count's not as high as I imagined it would be. It's just 3 Immortals here. Another round of Stalkers coming in for Baby Knight, but, you know, with Photon Overcharge, Puck's starting to shape up to be in form.
I mean, this could be quite close. This could be a lot closer, but oh no, Baby Knight doing this great tactic, running the Stalkers into the back of the base. 4 Stalkers, 1 shot of probe, so he's just going to go pick off as many workers as he can.
And in the meantime, here comes that big engagement immediately, blinking up to the side, force field, keeping the army of Puck off to the side. The Nexus goes down in record time, and Baby Knight has secured for himself a 20 supply advantage plus 1 Nexus. And is just kind of back away just because he knows, all right, we have pretty equal in armies, and I'm way ahead in economy. Maybe I don't want to spill the beans right just now. In fact, as I say, that 4 more Stalkers get peeled off, so he's just going to do that same blink into the main and pick off some probes.
He's just containing. He's getting his robo facility. He's getting cannons up in the main base. Puck valiantly is going to try to break through this, but it's a lot versus a little, and in the main base, those Stalkers are picking off all the probes. Couple warpings from Puck. That's going to be enough. Good game. That means Navi brings the series lead to 2-1.
And Navi's ace Baby Knight takes on Puck and gets that win, as you said. A really nice back-and-forth game, but I do feel like Puck was behind the entire time, and Baby Knight did not leave open an opportunity for that lead to kind of go away. If he takes a third, maybe a really cool, you know, blink play from Puck gets Puck back in the game, but by just taking the advantage, making the same kind of units, only more of them with a better economy behind it, it's very hard in a mirror matchup to lose in that situation, as Baby Knight showed for us.
So that does mean that was the last mirror match of the preset matchup. Coming up, we have 2 players who are known for a little bit of unorthodoxy. Straylock and Cats. Cats certainly playing crazy all the time. Straylock, real pioneer with some unique build orders, but does kind of have more traditional solid fundamentals.
Yep. I think Cats has had almost... This is not on the same level, but a TLO-esque transformation where Cats is still crazy. Like, let's be real here. He's still the mad scientist, but he's definitely backed it up with lots and lots of practice, much sharper mechanics, and he's fallen back on some more basic play on top of his shenanigans, so he's not quite the one-dimensional I need to all-in you to win kind of Zerg player that he was perhaps back in Wings of Liberty. He's much more of a, like, I'm a very dangerous, could-do-anything guy, but I'm very comfortable and at home in the macro game as well, so... Straylock, on the other hand, is a big guy when it comes down to mech play. I get excited about that, Sean. I can feel your excitement, so I want to see that happen.
Oh, F word. I'm so excited. When we come back, it'll be round 4 between Navi and ROOTGaming in the SC2L powered by D-Link.
See you guys soon.